Welcome to High Oracle's Reiki Spiritual Healing Channel. And I made me some spring chili, and I'm going to have some crackers and chili. And, I have a nice little dinner that is coming up. I may take an early dinner. But this is what I wanted to talk to you about. A lot of the chosen one young people have been reaching out to me talking about, life purpose. They're unable to keep a job. And so the point here is I've made a point, but I've indirectly made my point. So I want to make sure that I clarify my point for the chosen ones and the chosen one young people who are trying to pursue a job with the colonizers, with the enslavers, with the entity. We already understand 111. As I'm saying this, we already understand that they do not want us because we are unable to conform to their rules and regulations, their unfair practices in their businesses. So, that's one of the reasons why you will have problems on these jobs and keeping a job and pursuing a job as a chosen one. So we have this understanding that when you are pursuing your life purpose, you will use those types of jobs given to you in society as a stepping stone, but you will not be able to maintain those jobs for a long term. I would say, at best 3 to 5 years, for the chosen one, men and women. And I get this a lot from the chosen one women because they listen to me when I say I retired at 35. And the understanding that I wanted to give you guys, this is what I want you to understand. A lot of the times you're being forced out, it is because of a reason. It is because of, we are the innovation of this country. They want you to be put under duress because that's when you are going to, produce, the stoplight. You're going to produce the cotton gin. You're going to produce the cell phone. You're going to produce different types of technology. So this is why they want to force you out. They know that you're not a part of those people who can be manipulated, who have been indoctrinated to work for someone else all of their life by the entity, by the school system, by your mothers and fathers. So we understand that they are pushing you out of the workforce for a reason, so that they can get the new and cutting edge technology that God has blessed a lot of you with. And so that is why it is best to call your power back. When you are leaving these workforces, you must learn how to call your power back so that you can only, produce these technologies and produce your blessings that are up on you for your people. Okay, a lot of this is what a lot of I've been talking about this week. A lot of the men who are trying to pursue degrees and all of these things, and that's fine. That's fine. You can pursue what you want to pursue. Okay, the doctorate, I'm happy for you. I thank you. But anytime that you are not a part, again, 444, when you are not a part of the workforce, you're the ones that will be looked at. You are the ones that will be gang stalked. you are the ones that will be put under pressure, under duress, because the entity has been following you, your energy signature, all of your life, and you are a part of a special class that they are trying to force, the new and cutting edge innovative technology out of you. When you start to get to that space where you have clarity, where you understand your purpose. So, whatever you're working on, then you need to understand that you should always present a spiritual based type of presentation first, to see what you run into, to see what you can pick up. Okay, so we're getting there now. Excuse me, I gotta wipe my eyes out, these little tassels. So this entity wants you to create something for it so that it can take it, so that in many cases, I want you to look back in time and see all of those inventors, all of those people who had the cutting edge recipes, knowledge. They were not given the accolades for their inventions. So this is what this entity thrives on. It wants you to continue to, make it rich. It wants you to continue to make the world bow down at its feet and give you nothing. You have no land from any of the inventions that we have. You have nothing, no buildings for schools, no medical buildings that we can run our own practices, our own educational system, our own banks, our own grocery stores, our own real estate, our own farmland, all of those things. 7-Eleven, because this entity is going to push the chosen ones into a position where they have to create for themselves, where they have to be able to survive and use their blessings and abilities in order to create something that is marketable to other people, marketable to other countries, so that they can take that innovation away from you. So this is what I have been telling you, that a lot of the people do not understand and they do not see. This is why, we were removed from the system. This is why you never fit in school. This is why you never fit in your home, because you need to be put under this type of pressure in order to bring your gifts, your blessings of God to the forefront, so that they can siphon them, so that they can take them. So, now we have to learn how to cloak that kind of information. We're cloaking our gifts. We're holding back our gifts because we do not want to market our gifts to people that have not given our mothers and fathers the respect for the gifts that they have given to the society, for the time and energy that they have built this society, that they have helped them in wars, that they have helped them in space, that they have helped them with mathematical equations. So we do not want to, just leave the workforce when we are, moving away from these types of people. And again, I'm telling you something that your mothers and fathers should have told you, or when, they were cloaking your energy, they should have told you. And so now, since a lot of you have, questions and you're very angry inside, we're going to put that to rest, and we're going to put the spotlight on the enemy, and we have to understand who that is, who that has always been, that have, attacked our mothers, that have attacked our fathers, that have attacked our parents, the home life. so that we would be put under duress, or either our light would be extinguished or it would produce at a maximum rate. Okay, so this is why you always want to come and make sure that you have spiritual healing in order to anoint yourself, in order to remove any doubts, in order to remove any kind of entities that may be trying to force you into a position by keeping you in a low vibrational state where you feel you have no choice but to use your gifts in a negative way, in a behavior that, you have to stay with your hair straight all the time. Even for men, you got to put on a toupee in order to look good. You have to do something low vibrational with your gifts, and sacrifice somebody. This is for you men that don't understand your life purpose and why you cannot find a job, why you have not been able to find a job. And then there are certain men that will produce. All the men that I know, they were, getting their own rigs. They were owning, their farms. They were barbecuing. They were doing something that was constructive, so that, their gifts was not, a shining beacon for everyone to see, and the entity was not able to mimic or take those gifts, or they did not want those gifts because it was being reflected that anyone could do these types of jobs, this type of gift, this type of blessing. So we want to understand that when you have those innovative thoughts, when you have those innovations, reach out to our Black brothers and sisters. Do not market your gifts. Do not tell your gifts to these entities, to these people who are looking to take them. Make sure that you're keeping your energy cloaked. Make sure that if you are forced out of the work system, the workforce, that you are not being how should I say, corrupted in order to use your gifts for a negative purpose, like making some kind of negative evil kind of thing for these types of people. Something that would be negative, that would harm you, and they would, ultimately want to, unalive you. You would be worth more to them in your passing. So this is what they force people to do. And I wanted to give you this understanding because a lot of you do not talk about this. And, and this is why I choose violence, because a lot of you do not want to think about your, entity that is rewarding you in that way. A lot of you do not want to think about that this is why they have forced you out of the work system. And I hope that you receive this knowledge. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your consultations. You can also donate to me. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.